Welcome back to Not Real Fishing, everybody, and today we are back to the retention ponds in front of my house just to see if we can catch anything, because it's one of those days where I don't have a lot of time to fish. But what we are going to do is I have 3 flies that I might try today. There's this one that I tied. I'm curious how that's going to work. And I tied this weird worm one, and I really want to try this cotton candy pattern worm. That's what we're going to start with. So hopefully we can get something. The reason why I'm trying worm patterns is because the water levels have risen so much, and I wonder if the fish are going to be feeding on worms that are coming out the that are coming out the ground because the water levels are higher. So hopefully we can get something to bite, and yeah, we'll get it started. Now normally with a worm pattern like this that I'd be fishing in clear water, I'd be using a darker color, but I really wanted to be able to see the action of this once it gets wet. Because all I used was dollar store chenille. And hopefully that's gonna get us a nice fish. Guys, we're gonna come over here to this side. I thought I saw a big swirl in the water, so we're gonna start over here. I had to take a break and go do my little brother's birthday party, so hopefully we can get this going. Seriously? We already had a strike. Oh. We got us a little greenie. Or actually, no, this isn't a greenie. This might be a little pumpkin seed. Got us a pretty little pumpkin seed here, guys. I'm not quite going to release him yet because I don't want to get too close to the bank. I just saw that other thing here a minute ago. I don't want to spook it. Need to fix my worm. Another little greenie. Nope. Another pumpkin seed. Or whatever these are. This might be a greenie. This might be a greenie, actually. Pretty little fish. Some colors on that bad boy. Absolutely gorgeous little fishies. Absolutely gorgeous. Guys, I'm going to interrupt this video here. We're not going to be fishing those ponds anymore. We're actually going to go to the Walmart pond because that footage of that day that we were fishing at, we were having a cold front come through. It went from 76 in the morning to 24 degrees last night, which it's not that cold, but to go from 76 to 24, we've had like 80-degree days for the past week. It's a little crazy. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the Walmart pond. We're gonna continue the worms. We're gonna use worms. I tied a few more that look a little bit different just in case. And I'm hoping we can hook into maybe a nice sized bass. I'm gonna be using the Imago this time with the floating line, just so I can let the worms kind of sink, but they won't sink all the way down because the line sinks slower. And we're just gonna twitch it along and see if we can get anything. I have a feeling the bite's gonna be a little slow because it is, you know, cold. Now it's like 39 degrees. It might be 42 now actually because it's 11 o'clock. And it was 32 when I got up at 8. So it's a little, it's a wee bit nipply out. But yeah, hopefully we can get on some fish and meet y'all at the water. Alright guys, this is the worm we're going to start with, just a pink worm. I've got a bigger hook on this one than I normally would because we're kind of going to be targeting straight for bass today. If we don't get any, then we'll probably switch over to something else, but we are going to start aiming specifically for bass. Or a really big bluegill. You can get his mouth around it. So, I've already seen a couple little baby bass swimming around, but I don't see any of the bigger ones that we saw last time we were here. But we also just got here, so. But let's hope we can get a hold of something. Go figure, guys. As soon as the GoPro cuts off, we get a nice sized bluegill. He's not massive by any means, but it's definitely a nice size compared to what we've been catching the past couple of trips. I went back to an old faithful fly. I don't think I showed y'all on camera. It's just the pink head with the wrapped peacock curl. Let him go. It was a nice size little bluegill. It wasn't the biggest one that I've ever caught, but biggest one of the day. Had to mix things up. I'm getting tired of not catching fish. Another little gill, guys. Let him swim away. Got us another nice little bluegill. Not the big swirl that I saw over there. But we got us another little gill. Another little gill, guys. He's bleeding a little bit, but he should be fine. There he goes. Swallowed it. A little bluegill, guys. Another little bluegill. Another little gill. Come on, camera. I can't see. Another little gill. I can't get too close to the water's edge because it's super muddy and slippery, and I'm not wearing outdoorsy shoes. Alright guys, we actually ended up coming over to the Publix pond. I've currently got on the black worm we had tied on at the ponds in front of my house. I'm probably going to change it, but I figured I'd go ahead and give it a try here because I've never used a worm pattern at this pond. And we caught some small fish on the pink version of this, so there's no reason why we wouldn't catch them on the black. So let's hope we can get a hold of something. Still see lots and lots of minnows, which is a plus. Still see lots and lots of turtles. Lots and lots of turtles. And I do know there's some big bluegill in this pond because we saw them last week when we were here. I should probably go to the other side to start this, but I'm too lazy. I should probably tie on a longer leader, but same reasoning applies. Let this get nice and wet before I really start fishing it good. Here, angry little squirrel. Over there making an attitude about everything. Well, that worked. Little guy, but we got him. I got you, bud. Little bluegill. I'm not making the mistake of going down to the water's edge this time, like I did when I was here with my friend Brandon. Now, one thing I will say about these worms is if you wanted to fish them on a longer line, you could, because once they get wet, they actually get quite a bit of weight to them, and it makes it a lot easier to cast them. I will say the only thing I don't like is that they tend to get hooked into your hook, and they lose some action when that happens. But other than that, they seem to be working really well. Have a little bluegill. Little bluegill. Another bluegill, guys. Might be close to the biggest one of the day. Biggest one since we've been at this pond. Quick little guy, ain't he? Huh. Another little one. Well guys, I think we're gonna end this video here. It's probably gonna be the last one of the day. I'm gonna fish my way back to the car. If you don't see any more fish from this point on, then we're just gonna call this the end of the video. But if we do, then you'll see this part probably out of order for when I catch the next fish, because I put them before this. So either way, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Somebody ate a salad back here. Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, if you guys ever want to talk to me and you don't want to do it on a more personal forum, like more open, where people can see your comments and questions, I do have an Instagram. It's linked down below if you want to talk to me there. I post there occasionally, not as much as I probably should, but yeah, you know. Oh, thought I had a bite. It wasn't. It was a piece of grass or something. Well guys, I'm gonna call it here, so hope y'all have a good one and take it easy.